Welcome back to Bourbon Country Reacts. Rebel Hat
Rebel.
this time. This guy in the Rebel Hat, that's Dustin.
I'm Dustin. I'm the bourbon guy.
Yeah.
He
I'm
told
Keith. I'm like, I don't know. I'm just some
You're the
dude.
gangsta.
What? Dude, I'm repping for Johnny or no, I'm not. Reddix. Had to wear this on Johnny Mercer's pier, but Reddix. I paid my Reddix tax to be warm on the pier, man.
It's important to be warm when you're fishing, especially when you were out there. You're in the off season.
Yeah, I have been out there in the off season. It's a little chilly. So what we do here, we check out country music and bourbon.
I don't even know what song you have queued up because you didn't tell me, but
I do because it's a bribe.
It is a bribe. I see this little pink sticker on here means it's a bribe, y'all.
Yeah.
We've had to start stickering them because y'all have been real sweet to us.
Yeah, we've got a bit of a backlog of these.
This one's from Holly. Jason. Oh, you've been wanting some Jason Isbell, I think.
I have.
Okay, so we're doing some Jason Isbell. Well, I'll let you talk about the song. So Holly sent us Boone County, Kentucky pot still bourbon.
Okay.
Never
you know,
had
I've actually heard of this. I haven't had any, but I've heard several recommendations that this is a good bourbon.
Yeah, I have too. I think a couple of them have told us about it.
I think a couple of them, and I think I've heard it around here.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, this is right at 94.8 proof.
All right.
So I'll crack it open, and while I'm trying to figure it... Huh. Well, that's kind of neat.
What?
It says made in spring of 2016.
Okay.
Bottled in fall of 21.
All right, so 4 to 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. No, so the song that Holly wanted to hear with this is Jason Isbell's "If We Were Vampires." Now, one of my best friends.
Is this going to be like, what's that vampire movie?
Well,
Not Underworld, but the sparkly one.
oh, dude, I don't.
That's one of your favorites.
Twilight.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a big fan.
I thought so.
Um,
There's different, like, factions, right?
we are so not reviewing Twilight on this
I
channel.
don't even know, because I've never seen
We
it.
don't edit. You guys will see me jump out a window.
Yes!
So as I was saying, one of my best friends is a huge Jason Isbell fan. Now, I think I've probably heard a song
Here's your garlic.
from Isbell on that friend's recommendation, but I don't remember it. It's been a couple of years now. What my friend says about Isbell is that he sings about kind of the roots of Appalachia in a way that others just can't touch.
Won't get it, or what?
Yeah, now I don't know if this song is one of those and it falls into that category. I mean, with the title, If We Were Vampires, you know, I kind of wonder if there's a Lestat thing to this or something. But, so who knows? Let's check it out and find out what this is all about.
We have a few requests for him, but I don't know that he's been upvoted very much.
Not heavily, so the bribe got us there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not the long flowing dress that you're in, or the light coming off of your skin, the fragile heart you protected for so long, or the mercy in your sense of right and wrong. It's not your hand searching slow in the dark, or your nails leaving love's watermark. It's not the way you talk me off the roof. Your questions like directions to the truth. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together, but one day I'll be gone. One day you'll be gone. If we were vampires and death was a joke. We'd go out on the sidewalk and smoke and laugh at all the lovers and their plans. I wouldn't feel the need to hold your hand. Maybe time running out is a gift. I'll work hard till the end of my shift and give you every second I can find, and hope it isn't me who's left behind. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together. One day I'll be gone. One day you'll be gone. It's knowing that this can't go on forever. Likely one of us will have to spend some days alone. Maybe we'll get 40 years together. One day I'll be gone. One day you'll be gone.
Well, I don't know about the heart of Appalachian singing, but that was certainly deep.
Dude.
I mean,
So I'd say that was probably the most poetic country song we've heard so far. Poetic.
you know, it's funny that you would use the word poetic. It's rare that I'm inspired to actually take notes as I'm listening to the lyrics of a song.
Yeah.
But I actually found myself taking notes, and one of those notes was about Tolkien. And so if you've read, not watched the damn movies, but you've read Lord of the Rings, you've read The Hobbit, and especially if you've read the Silmarillion, Tolkien put a lot of poetry in his writing. And one of the things that he wrote about, because Isbell made this observation, that, if we were vampires and had eternity, I wouldn't feel the need to hold your hand, because you've got forever to do that, right?
Right.
So Tolkien actually wrote that the elves, who were immortal, were jealous of humanity, their mortality,
Oh.
because it forced humans to live and live now.
Mm-hmm.
And the elves didn't really have that pressure at all,
That's deep.
right?
That's deep.
So, yeah, I mean, the other thing is, it's kind of funny, he's talking about one of us is likely to, maybe we'll get 30,
Spend
40
time
years.
alone.
One of us is likely to be spending some time alone. I've had that conversation with my wife.
Mm-hmm.
And,
We're going to go first.
well,
It's predetermined.
so I actually convinced her that might not be the best idea. Well, she's telling me you're not allowed to go first. I'm like, wait a minute. So in that
I know
situation,
where this is going.
you go first,
Yeah.
and you're leaving me alone on this planet unsupervised.
Correct.
Planet,
Bad plan.
trust me, she is the one check that saves humanity day to day.
He's not kidding.
Not even a little bit. So, she actually modified her calculus a little after that.
She's like, oh shit, you're right.
I can't leave you unsupervised. Every time I do that, terrible things happen. And Dustin can vouch. It's happened so many times.
Terrible fun.
Right. It's all a
make
matter of
life-
perspective,
Exactly.
man.
It's all about perspective. This is a good perspective song.
You know, the song is a straight up fucking gut check.
A little bit.
I mean,
It was like, so the reason I called it poetic. This is not a song that you would just listen to, kind of, and not really pay attention to and be able to get the message.
No, it's not. It's not a driving song.
Definitely not a driving song. But it's like you have to pay attention to really understand what the song's about.
You know the best way I think to listen to this song? With a glass of bourbon and doing a little thinking.
Yeah, exactly. That's
so,
right.
Well done, Holly.
Yeah.
Well done.
Neat tune. So, I got a question about the guitar. Because I've heard it in other things, not really much country, but there's a certain sound that they had to that guitar where it sounded kind of, the best word I have for it's like stringy. It didn't sound super deep.
So it's basically just an acoustic guitar.
Right. But the way they were playing it,
it sounded to me like they were just basically finger picking a couple of chords. I don't know if it's Jason that plays or someone else. It sounded to me like, there was nothing, technical there, but what that could be, like, different acoustic guitars will give you very different tones.
Yeah.
So one of my favorite acoustic guitars, oddly enough, is a $150 PV Travel acoustic. It's tiny, but the notes are. I think the sound that I would ascribe to that guitar, it was a very bright sound, and that little PV, wasn't loud, but you weren't going to fill up a freaking concert hall with sound out of that thing. But in a small room, it was just the brightest sounding guitar I've ever played, and I've played some very nice acoustics. Yeah. So it can that tone is what you're talking about. It can be altered by the brand and shape of guitar he's playing.
It almost what I heard, what it almost sounded like was like they had their fingers on the strings as they strummed them, not to a particular note.
So I didn't hear that. You can mute strings with your fingers so they don't ring a note. It just kind of gives you this blonk sound.
That's kind of what I think I heard.
There was a little bit of that, I think. And the way most guitarists will accomplish that is not with the left hand.
Okay.
What they will do is it's called a palm mute technique. They'll take the blade of their palm right here and lightly lay it against the strings on the back side, like right next to the bridge.
Okay.
And it'll mute some of those so you can get kind of this plunk 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 sound.
I think that's what I was getting.
So it sounded, now that you're mentioning it, he may have been palm muting the low notes a little bit, but he was not palm muting the high notes.
No.
They were ringing.
Correct. Yeah.
So he could have been doing that.
Okay.
It's possible.
All right.
So, but yeah. So what do you think of this Boone County?
It's deceiving.
Okay.
On the nose.
Mm-hmm.
It smells like moonshine.
Kind of does, yeah.
You definitely get a moonshine nose.
Yeah, like it's really young and...
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. All right. And you do get some oak with that moonshine, but it's the moonshine hits you. But once you get into it, there's no moonshine flavor to me.
None at all. So what I get up front is corn sweetness, oak, and a touch of cinnamon. As it rolls back, there's a flavor I normally don't like at the mid palate.
What's that?
And a little bit in the finish. You termed it when we were drinking that Woodford. Tobacco. I am getting a little bit of that tobacco flavoring as it rolls from the mid to the finish, and then the finish is just a nice oak finish.
But it's really light. It's not like the...
It's not as overpowering as the Woodford, which is probably why I can drink it. I hated that.
Yeah, you didn't like that, but
This I like.
I can see that. And I feel like that tobacco, and maybe this is what makes you like, I get that tobacco kind of rolls into a rye pepper. I get like a rye pepper at the end. The finish.
You taking big or little drinks?
I've done a little bit of both. The last one was bigger.
I'm not getting the rye. Well, late onset rye pepper.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. He's telling me that. I had enough time for him to tell me that.
Oh.
And for me to think about it for a second and go, no, there isn't any rye. And then there was the rye pepper.
Yeah, it hits you.
Very late.
Right at the back of your tongue.
That's good timing, actually, for rye pepper to kick in.
That's perfect.
This is pretty good stuff.
This is pretty good. Pot still. Hey, they got a picture of a pot still in the back.
I have no idea what this costs.
I didn't look this one up. Does it? Yeah, it'd take me too long. We'll have to figure it out later. I don't know.
I'll put a price point on it.
There you go. Let's do that.
I would pay $45 to $55 for this. Maybe a little higher.
I was gonna say 50.
Yeah, so we're thinking in about the same ballpark. I have no idea what it actually costs.
It could be $17.99 for all we know.
Should be
For not a penny more.
$17.99 and not a penny.
Boone
more.
County is who you're
Boone
looking
County.
for. Boone County. So they have their mash bill on here.
Does it have rye?
74% corn.
Okay.
5% malted barley. They got to have that. That's important, by the way. I just learned
it's a
that.
starter. Yeah.
For
It kicks off the.
It helps with the sugars.
Yeah.
21% rye.
That's a little higher in Woodford.
Yeah.
So you weren't imagining that rye.
And I didn't read it before I tasted it, I promise. Let's see, they use apparently a 500-gallon pot still. Yeah.
Hey, it's a recommendation for me.
Boone County, we're going to have to check. We're going to have to go there.
We are. We're going
We
to
love to
visit
go to
that
Kentucky
distillery.
and check out distilleries. So it's in Boone County, Kentucky. I'm seeing distilled and bottled.
Yeah. Well, Holly, thanks for the bottle and great song choice. I love that song. It's going to find its way onto some playlist of mine or other. I think I've lost the bottle. I think Dustin's taking that one home with him.
Oh, it's a wood bottle.
It just disappeared. I don't even know where it went. Where'd it go, Dustin?
It's right here. It's right here. It's fine. It's fine. We'll put it back. So rock, paper, scissors over later.
Yeah.
Shoot.
So, hey, if you enjoyed this video, give us a like. Give us go ahead and subscribe so you
Get
see more of these
notifications.
drop. Get notifications.
If you guys, so whenever this one drops, we go through YouTube hoops, so it takes a while for them
Could
to
take
drop.
up to 30 days.
Yeah, but you may have noticed few times we were dropping one a day
Yeah.
because of all the bribes that y'all are giving us. So
When you guys send the bribes, they go to the front of the line. We drop them one a day. Our normal non-bribe cadence is 3 a week.
right,
So to give you an idea how many bribes have been coming in, just kind of count back and see how many times we drop one a day.
and Keith schedules them. You do a good job scheduling. On our non-bribe days, you drop our non-bribes.
Yes.
So
Yeah. So, that's one way to get your song on the channel. The other is to just get in the comments, tell us what we need to listen to, tell us what we need to drink. You will notice that between the bribes, some of these upvoted songs are making it to the channel, and they will continue to do so.
yep, I'm tracking every one of them.
Even if we have, a line of bribes out for 90 days, we are going to pepper in there
Votes
Still
important to us.
It is. So,
Democratic process.
That's right. We can't let them think it's all bribery. That was the democratic process, not this channel. It's definitely not all bribery here. All right, thanks, guys. Till next time.